Discuss this further. Anton Fedyashin joins me now. He's an assistant professor of history and executive director of the Initiative for Russian Culture at the American University in Washington. Professor, what would it mean for Russia to take control of Sievierodonetsk symbolically and strategically?
Rachel, symbolically, of course, this will be important in terms of boosting Russian morale and undermining Ukrainian morale. And even more importantly, strictly tactically, Sievierodonetsk sits on top of several intersecting energy supply routes and water supply routes, even more importantly, to both Luhansk and the Donetsk provinces, I should say. Donetsk, for example, has had multiple water shortages over the past 8 years. So this will allow the local authorities, which of course are not recognized as independent by the Ukrainian government, but it will allow them to slowly bring life back to normal while the front lines move towards the west of Sievierodonetsk and towards the western borders of these two Russia-recognized regions.
We're seeing one of the biggest ground attacks in this 3-month-long war, and as a result, Sievierodonetsk has become a bombed-out wasteland, similar to what we saw in Mariupol. What is Moscow's purpose in flattening these cities that it's trying to control?
The purpose is simply to push the Ukrainian army out of them at a massive cost to the infrastructure and in many cases to the lives of those inhabitants who had not fled and have chosen to remain when there's heavy urban fighting, which is what we saw in Mariupol with all the catastrophic consequences. And what we're seeing now in Sievierodonetsk, it is inevitable that buildings will be damaged, in many cases flattened. But the Russians seem to be unrelenting in the immediate goal that they've set for themselves, and that is to push the Ukrainian army to the borders of the official regions of Donetsk and Luhansk. And then I surmise that they will stop, regroup, and wait to see in which direction to proceed from there.
All right, we're going to leave it there for now. Anton Fedyashin joining us from Washington. Thank you.